Hello, and welcome to Daily Confession with Carter and Keri on Unsafe Space. Today is Tuesday, July 23rd. And boy, have we got a show for you.
I like your hat.
Thank you. I like it too. Somebody left this hat at a friend's place on July 4th. I think it was part of her costume. But it's mine now. I incorporated it.
Keri, I don't know what we're talking about. You want to talk about this thing. I have a video queued up that you told me to pull up, but I did not prep for this. So I'm curious about what we're going to talk about, kind of. I mean, I know generally the subject.
So this is a video from a couple years ago, but it's just as relevant now as it was then. It fits in with the theme of the SJW snake oil salesman who we talk about quite a bit, people who will try and alleviate your white guilt if you give them some money. And this is, I had not seen this 2 years ago, and I just thought you have to see it. Because also you didn't know, when we first started doing these videos, or actually the first one where you interviewed me, you didn't know about the safety pin phenomenon.
I did not. And I had not seen this video either, obviously.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about the safety pin thing.
So for people who don't know, right after the election, the 2016 election, in the little part of the left echo chamber I was in, the SJW world, it went crazy. People went crazy, and there was like lots of infighting and people just like saying the most horrible things about one another and blaming the election results completely on racism, completely on sexism. And then there was this sense that they truly believed this. A lot of people believe that, oh my gosh, people of color are going to be harmed under this president, and gay people and women are going to be harmed. And it was as if they thought Trump was going to start rounding people up and putting them in camps or something. It's like, what are you talking about? But people believed this. It was, I think, part of what the Clinton campaign did well, which was a bad thing that they did this well, but they really got people to believe that I believed he was a demagogue, that like Chicken Little, the sky was going to fall if he was elected. And so people were freaking out. But one of the things that people started doing was white people started wearing safety pins to show that they're good, and not just white people, there were other people wearing it too, but mostly woke white SJWs wearing safety pins to show that they were a good white person, or, to show that they were a safe white person for a person of color. I'm a safe white person, right? And then, but there was all this infighting, because first there was like a flurry of op-ed pieces talking about how you should wear a safety pin and to show that you're an ally. And then right after, like the day or two after, there's a flurry of op-eds saying, don't wear the safety pin. All you woke white SJWs just want a cookie for being a good SJW, giving a good white ally. So there was just this constant, and I would see white SJWs in my timeline who were like a lot of white third wave feminist types of SJWs who were people of color. What do I do? Like they were asking, they were like, should I wear the safety pin or should I not wear the safety pin? Like, it's just this, that was one of my big, honestly, when people ask what are the things that start to wake you up, there's a variety of things. There was a whole progression. But that stuck with me, because I'm like, you can't, this doesn't make you a good person. Yeah, it was so fake and just self-concerned and based on a lie anyway.
It's a physical virtue signal.
Yeah.
It's a talisman.
Yeah. So gross. So if we ever do an SJW character on Unsafe Space, if we ever get to do some sketches and stuff, I want my SJW to have obviously some blue hair, the pussy hat. It's kind of a variation on my Halloween costume, but like the biggest safety pin.
All righty. Well, do you want to watch this video? Because it turns out that some enterprising women of color realized there was a business opportunity with safety pins. Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them in sort of an amoral capitalist way. Bad for them in sort of a thanks for perpetuating this crap kind of way. But
who can blame them?
I can blame them. But I have a special ability to blame them. So yeah, Do you want to just watch the video and you can tell me to pause it when you want to pause it?
Yeah, let's do that.
Here we go.
There are subscription boxes for everything these days. Twee menswear, makeup, dog toys. And now, two women are hoping a box delivered once a month can alleviate white guilt. But as Evan McMorris Santoro discovered, it won't come cheap.
Bara Ellman is a rabbi and professor of Jewish studies who lives in Park Slope, Brooklyn. Bara's holiday gift haul this year includes something for herself, the Safety Pin Box, a new monthly subscription service designed to wake up white people to the realities of being black in America. Plans start at $25 and go all the way up to $100 a month.
Okay.
Are you getting that feeling of like unboxing, that exciting feeling of like a gift?
Well, it's not so much as a gift, but it's kind of exciting that I feel like I'm getting ready to learn, like, I don't know, Mission Impossible, like what my job is supposed to be, you know?
The Safety Pin is the Make America Great Again hat for white people who want to show the world they didn't vote for Trump. After an election that progressives believe hinged on racism, the Safety Pin is meant to display that the wearer is a safe white person. The trend quickly became commercialized. Now you can find designer safety pins online for over $300.
Okay, hold this for a second. Designer safety pins?
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about this. It's just, yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
But
Keri.
You're looking for absolution in a monthly subscription service. When she's unboxing it, and he's like, "Are you getting the feeling you're unboxing a gift?" Or something? No, she's unboxing salvation, like in her mind, right? Isn't that what they're buying?
I mean, her analogy was Mission Impossible, so she views herself as a little crusader, saving the world, one safety pin at a time, I guess. But, you know, I'm sorry, I don't have anything exciting to say about this. I just
here's a list of your instructions.
It's obviously snake oil, and I feel guilty. I feel dumb for not having thought of it. It's a great way to scam people. Although I don't want to scam business, but still, it's a great scam. Do we want to keep going?
Yeah, we don't have to watch the whole thing.
This video, by the way, because
it's
not ours.
We don't have to watch the whole thing for that reason. I just want to get to the interview with the creator.
Okay.
And then we can end it.
Okay.
Marissa Johnson and Leslie Mack think they can use all this white guilt for good and capitalize on it at the same time.
So I was talking with our marketing consultant, and she suggested that we add some other content to the different subscription levels.
So they created the Safety Pin Box. The plan is to make some profit while also giving grants to black women activists. I went to Grand Rapids to watch the first set of boxes get packed in Leslie's house.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that is actually a really good idea.
This is sort of the epicenter of white guilt, is the white middle-aged mom who voted for Hillary but saw Trump win on the back of the white women vote.
Yeah.
That's where the money is.
That's where
the money is.
That's where the need is. I wouldn't say the money, but it is where the need.
You're a business person.
Yeah.
That's where the cash is, right? That's where the money is.
Well, the cash is in all the white people's wallets. So I'm not discriminating about whose wallet exactly.
Yeah.
But I will say that's where the need exists. That's where the desire is.
The cash is in all the white people's wallets.
Yeah. And then her next sentence was, "I don't discriminate."
I don't discriminate. Well, the very next thing she says is, he says something about her buying a car, and he's like, "It's not like you're buying a car with this money. It's going to good." And she's like, "Well, no, I might buy a car with it." Like, of course, I am a businesswoman.
yeah, I'm here to make money. Yeah, I mean, on one level, we can get all philosophical about what the culture war is for people and what they're trying to push and their ultimate agenda and blah, blah, blah. On another level, I think a large percentage of this is just about using people as ATMs. And if you've got a population that will fork over cash if you yell the right things at them, people are going to exploit that. And it doesn't matter what color of skin that population has. If I'm sure if, I don't know, Chinese people had Chinese guilt about something and this woman felt like she could exploit that, well, there would be boxes being sent out to Chinese people. Like it's just about, she's just looking for an ATM, and white guilt is a great ATM.
Yeah, and she's not wrong about, she says, I'm filling a need. I'm a businesswoman. And she is. This woman, if we want to play a little bit more of it, the woman who he interviews who is receiving the box, it fits that total stereotype of the white woman who has some kind of weird unearned guilt, and she needs that to be alleviated. She even says, she's basically like, I don't have any black, I don't know any black people. And in the box, as she opens it, it includes, for people who haven't seen the whole thing, it includes things for you to do this month or whatever this quarter is that you get the box. So
it's her mission.
Her mission. Yeah. Here is your mission. And so like one of them is like, or one of them says, give extra tips to black people this month. Or so there's little things in there you're supposed to do.
Right.
That make you feel better. I don't know.
I hesitate, though, to say, I mean, she is fulfilling a need in the free market sense. There's a demand and she's supplying. But I hesitate to say that she's filling a need in a moral sense any more than I would say a heroin dealer is filling a need, right? Like, yes, you may have issues, but the proper way to deal with those issues is not to fuel them by paying emotional blackmail money to some woman who's shipping you a box of safety pins, but probably go to a therapist or deal with your actual issues. This doesn't solve anything.
I totally agree.
This doesn't cure.
What she's buying is bullshit. I totally agree. But the woman, the business owner, is not wrong in seeing a something on the market, like a need, and saying, I can do that. I can make that snake oil, No,
absolutely. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't even know if these women are I'm not even sure that these women give a crap about the cause.
No, I don't think so.
I think they're just like, pfft.
Well, at
white
one
people
point,
ATM machines, if you sell them safety pins, awesome.
Well, at one point in the video, the guy says, what is it about white people that they require a box with things to do? Why can't they just give you the money? And she said, yeah, you should just give me the money. But so I thought it would be funny if we did oh, by the way, speaking of giving us the money, I forgot to say, look what came in the mail. Look at this.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a need. That's a need that we're filling.
We'll see.
We'll see. Carter doesn't believe this shirt is going to sell.
Keri is very adamant that this shirt, there's a huge market need for this shirt.
This shirt is funny.
Prove her right. I want to be proven wrong. I sincerely want to be proven wrong. So prove her right. Go buy.
With every purchase of this shirt will alleviate some of your collective unearned guilt. No, we won't.
No,
it won't do that at all. It's just a shirt, but it's funny. But I was thinking, what if we did a box?
Well, I mean, I don't know what would we sell in the box.
Well, I started putting some things together last night. So.
Would you like to tell us? Oh,
yeah.
Geez.
So
help me, everyone.
In the subscription box for Unsafe Space, you get now just imagine, this is just things I collected last night. Imagine if we had time to come up with items.
Imagine. Okay.
In the Unsafe Space safety pin box, you get a copy of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, Jesus.
I figured we should put some books in there. Brave New World, which is on book list. This is one that you like, right? Ayn Rand.
I do, but the problem is this box is starting to sound practical.
Our box is practical.
The safety pin box, the idea is that there's nothing valuable in it. It's just it's snake oil.
Well, there's a funny hat in here for that's not practical. and Jordan Peterson collector's cards. Get all 4.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. You could do like Tiger Beat magazines with like Sam Harris on them. Like, no.
I don't know where this episode's going today.
I don't know. This is just a funny aside episode, so who cares? Anyway, it's a short one. It could be a short and sweet one.
Well,
what do you guys think in the comments? Do you want a box?
You know what we could do?
What?
Is we could supply boxes for your woke friends so you can buy them from us so we get the money instead of other snake oil salesmen. And you're buying snake oil. You're just helping your friend who wants snake oil to change their snake oil supplier to us.
And they're opening their box like this woman going, what's inside this month?
Right, we can sell safety pins.
The Constitution?
Oh, well, no, I'm suggesting safety pins.
Okay.
Are safety pins still a thing, or have we moved on now?
I think people have moved on. That's when I first saw this. I didn't realize it was 2 years old, and I was like, "Oh, I guess they're still doing safety pins." But no, I think people have moved a bit on. People are still doing snake oil. Don't get me wrong. There's still this. Yeah, they're still doing. There's the stuff we've talked about previously. The dinners where you come and you learn about your toxic whiteness and how to all that stuff. People are still selling, and white people, specifically white women, for the most part, are spending good money to be told what horrible racists they are, which is interesting.
Could we send an empty box that just promises to be a list of all the things that that you should feel guilty about that your ancestors did?
Yes.
And it can just be empty. That's nice and cheap.
I think there's something here, something funny that we could do. Yeah.
It reminds me of this book, Keri, that I don't know. This is just a tangent, but this episode is a clusterfuck. So I can go on tangents. There was a book that I read, I'll put read in quotes, in high school. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was a joke book. It was called Everything Men Know About Women. That was the title. And the back, there was a bunch of reviews that was like, stunning, this covers it all, blah, blah, blah. It was like all these reviews. But the book was totally blank. All the pages were totally blank. And I got an A on doing a book. I did a book report on it and just expounded on the meaning behind having a blank book.
And you got.
But yeah, but it reminds me of that kind of thing where there's like, here's the book. There's actually nothing in it. We could do a box like this. That's,
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. This episode is not a flustercuck. It's great.
You know what? The views will tell us.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, share this video with your friends, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already hit subscribe, please hit subscribe and let us know what you want in the box.
For the record, I want to talk about real things.
This is a real thing.
Okay.
Bye.
I'm sorry, everyone.
You're being such a jerk. You're being a jerk. Totally
a jerk. Tell me how much of a jerk I am in the comments.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Now it's time for our daily sacrifice to the machine learning gods at YouTube. Please accept this humble sacrifice in which we demonstrate support for safety bins and white guilt. This reading is from the New York Times. It's from November 2016, and it's titled Safety Pins Show Support for the Vulnerable. The recent presidential election inspired a notable amount of accessorizing with hats and t-shirts, and as impassioned voters wore their positions on their sleeves, or head, or chest. The post-election atmosphere suggests this trend is not slowing down anytime soon. The latest political fashion statement? The safety pin, an object that's been adopted in the past by statement-making celebrities. Remember Elizabeth Hurley's Versace dress? No. In the punk movement? After the election of Donald J. Trump, fears are growing that segments of his base may physically or emotionally abuse minorities, immigrants, women, and members of the LGBT community. As a show of support, groups of people across America are attaching safety pins to their lapels, shirts, and dresses to signify that they are linked, willing to stand up for the vulnerable. It's a matter of showing people who get it that I will always be a resource and an ally to anyone and everyone who wants to reach out, said Kay Goen, 24, a pretentious graphic designer from the Philippines who lives in Brooklyn. I might have added an adjective. When I saw it on Facebook, it was so simple. It resonated with me. I immediately instant posted it. On Friday, the actor Patrick Stewart posted a photo of himself to Twitter wearing a pin on his jacket. And the photographer Cass Bird shared an Instagram post about why she's wearing one that started with, "If you wear a hijab, I'll sit with you on the train." And ended with, "If you need me, I'll be with you. All I ask is that you be with me too." Between the two statements, sentences began with, "If you're a person of color," and "If you're a refugee," and offered various forms of support. The actress Jamie King posted the same words to her Instagram account. I think that's about as much reading as we could possibly handle today. Machine learning algorithm. But it does make me want to not watch The Next Generation ever again. Thank you for listening to this sacrifice. And we'll make a similar sacrifice tomorrow.